terrifying, but true. There is a man in the fourth heaven right now. He exists completely outside the normal bounds of human mortality. His name is Prophet Idris. Classical Islamic tradition confirms that his station is uniquely elevated, far above the earthly plane. So what did he actually do? What earthly actions could earn a man a place in the heavens before he ever met the grave? After the time of Adam and Seth, the world began to fracture. Without a clear guide, humanity was rapidly sliding into shadow. Faith was incredibly fragile back then. Because the truth about Allah lived only in human memory, it was literally dying off with each passing generation. Idris was born into this decaying epicenter, ancient Babylon, a place where the light of monotheism was flicking out. There was a ticking clock. The great flood of Noah was approaching, and it threatened to drown every remaining memory of the Creator. Idris faced a crisis that was purely existential. If humanity couldn't find a way to record the truth, it would never survive the coming catastrophe. Idris engineered a revolutionary solution to this global amnesia. He was the first human being to invent written language. By pressing a physical pen to a surface, he captured a dying whisper. He turned the spoken word into a durable object handed from person to person. This method of preservation outlived the speaker. The truth no longer ended when breath ran out. Every book of scripture we have today, including the Quran on your shelf, relies on the technology born in this exact moment. Idris extended this search for truth upward, becoming the first human to decode the stars through the study of astronomy. He led a migration away from the corruption of Babylon to the banks of the Nile. There, he worked to establish a society built on a new covenant of justice. He didn't see a conflict between his different studies. To Idris, the laws of stars and the laws of the soul were two different languages describing the same divine plan. This scientific precision allowed him to encode the legacy of Seth into a format that could withstand the trials of time. Idris was a civilizational engineer. He built an Ark of Knowledge long before Noah picked up a tool to build an Ark of Wood. Because of this relentless devotion to the truth, the Quran confirms that Allah raised Idris to a station described simply as high. This wasn't just a metaphor. During the night journey, Prophet Muhammad met him in the fourth heaven, confirming that Idris exists there still. Classical narrations describe a terrifying encounter in those heavens. They say Idris met the angel of death not in a bed or on a battlefield, but in the sky itself. Scholars have debated the mechanics of his soul for 14 centuries. But the central fact remains, his earthly work allowed him to step entirely outside the ordinary cycle of human death. While he ascended, the world below was darkening. The great flood of Noah was finally drawing near. Idris left a specific warning for us. He taught that while material wealth is temporary, seeking wisdom is the only pursuit that follows you into the next life. We live in an era of extreme information, yet we suffer from a rapid spiritual amnesia. We forget our Creator between breakfast and lunch. Idris understood that truth is not just given, it must be actively recorded and remembered. Without that effort, the connection to the divine begins to dissolve. Why did he refuse to let the light go out? Because if we forget our origins, divine truth dies, and that outcome is truly terrifying.